Wow, it is a long way down the back. In today's video, I get to travel on a very rare beast, the Airbus A340-600. This was the longest passenger aircraft in the world when it launched in 2001, and this four-engine behemoth is an increasingly unusual sight at airports today. I'm flying on one of Lufthansa's 10 vintage examples, and I'll be delving into their economy service, looking at the entertainment, the food, drink, and the cabin, and not forgetting their rather unique, and not very well known about, downstairs toilet. We'll also find out just how well I can sleep in an economy seat on this flight of roughly 8 hours, covering 4,331 miles between Chicago O'Hare and Frankfurt. Let's check it out as we start off in Chicago. Enjoy the video. Yes, welcome to another video and welcome to Chicago O'Hare Airport, where today I'm flying a new aircraft for me. Well, it's an old aircraft, but it's a new aircraft. In my logbook, it's the Airbus A340-600, the longest of all the Airbus A340 variants, and today I'm taking it to Frankfurt. Should take about 8.5 hours, and this is an opportunity for me to try Lufthansa's long-haul economy class service, because if you're going to fly one of the longest airliners in the world, you've got to do it all the way down the back. Enjoy the video. Welcome to Terminal 1 at O'Hare, the USA's best connected airport by number of destinations. You can go to 270 cities from Chicago, but leaving here always seems a shame. Chicago is one of my favourite cities in the States. Terminal 1 is served almost exclusively by United Airlines. This, as of 2024, is now United's busiest hub, with over 179,000 flights this year, even beating Denver, which traditionally takes the crown. There are just a few flights a day from Terminal 1 which are not operated by United. Alliance partners All Nippon Airways, who fly to Tokyo, and of course Lufthansa, who fly to Munich and Frankfurt. Something this terminal definitely doesn't have enough of, however, is a range of proper sit-down restaurant choices. I have Star Alliance Gold status, so even though I'm flying in economy, I can still fortunately escape the terminal and get into the United Club before my flight. Now, United Clubs are not the most salubrious places to wait. The food options are not particularly great, but they are free and help yourself. I'm going to be eating on board today's flight, so there's no early dinner for me. A coffee and some fruit and a quick check of the seat map. And yes, that is the seat next to me, still not occupied. The Munich flight is ready to go. It's operated by an A350-900. Which would you prefer to take, this A350 or the A340-600 I'll be flying? The plane isn't even here yet. There is no way we're leaving at 3:50. That's in like 12 minutes time.
Due to the arrival of the aircraft from Germany, our flight will be delayed. Our new estimated boarding time is 3:50 and departure time is 4:30 as estimated. We might experience a further delay. We will keep you posted by making announcements.
Well, it looks like we've got a delay of about an hour on this flight, which is kind of annoying, but I've got a 4-hour connection in Frankfurt, so it's not going to be the end of the world. Still, I'm about to get something as a consolation, a little morale booster for the flight. Can I get one Boston cream, please? And this. Thank you very much, thank you. International arrivals are handled at Terminal 3 for Lufthansa, and our aircraft is towed onto stand, ready, finally, for departure. Today's Airbus A340-600 seats 297 people in a not terribly dense configuration. 8 first-class seats, 44 business seats in the old 222 configuration, a premium economy cabin of 32 seats, and 213 economy seats all the way in the back of the bus. Today's video is sponsored by Highland Titles, who are offering a superb opportunity to own a piece of Scotland and help conserve it for future generations. You might remember in a recent video, the company took me to visit one of their private nature reserves in Scotland. This visit really drummed home to me how special our natural world is. I had no idea what I was signing up for when I went, but the people at Highland Titles are doing incredible work in their small corner of Scotland. Well, who'd have thought that running this channel would ever have brought me here? What a beautiful place. They are reverting flora and fauna there to native species, looking after foxes, badgers, cows, you name it. There's even a hedgehog hospital. I'm proud to have been invited, and I have my own plot of Highland Titles Nature Reserve land, making me Lord of the Glen, Paul Lucas. And you can too. It's Christmas around the corner, and if you're stuck for what to buy someone who seems to have everything, you can buy a plot of conservation land as a gift. Now, while you can't build on it, and no, you don't get a seat in the House of Lords, it's a unique and fun gift. Each purchase helps massively with the conservation efforts here and at 3 other reserves in Scotland, plus another in Northern Ireland. You can come visit your plot just as I did and see the difference your gift is making. The price of a plot ranges from $35 to $300, and you can get 25% off with discount code TRAVEL25. Well, here we go, all the way down the back of the A340. We're in row 56 today. I'm looking forward to seeing just how far I've got to walk. Hey there, good afternoon.
Okay, it's the second last direction.
This one, thank you. The long walk begins. This is business class, now looking really dated. Premium Economy is a small cabin of 232 recliner seats, and I've not tried this product on Lufthansa yet. Finally, we get to Economy, and the feature unique to these aircraft. On the right here, the downstairs toilet bunker, which we will look at a bit later. Economy is in a 242 layout, which is now increasingly rare. There are no middle seats by the windows, which I think is a pretty good thing. Wow, it is a long way down the back. 56. This is quite an old seat, and the screens are noticeably pretty small. Well, just on board now, my first time on the A340-600, and I've got to say, the cabin here is actually rather pleasant. It's filling up now, but one thing I notice is we don't have any overhead fence. Legroom, not bad. The ground delay has been fairly frustrating, but the captain is soon on the microphone letting us know of some good news about today's flying time over to Frankfurt.
Gain a lot of time with strong tailwinds, so the flight time this evening will only be 7 hours and 15 minutes.
Crew, prepare for departure.
Taking off from O'Hare is a real privilege. We turn east straight away, taking us back past the airfield, and we pass downtown Chicago and the loop on the right-hand side. We're then greeted with an announcement I don't hear very often when flying.
I want to let you know that you have the opportunity to purchase an upgrade here on board. This is possible from economy class to premium economy class, and also from premium economy class to business, and also from economy to business class. If interested, please contact my colleagues.
I found Lufthansa's economy seat perfectly comfortable for the 8 hours I was sat in it. The headrest is adjustable and quite well padded. There's also a tray table, of course, which folds out and can be adjusted for distance. But I'm not sure that's supposed to be there though. Whoops. The table also comes with a cup holder, and the storage in the seat back pocket is fine. USB power is available to the side of the entertainment screen, and fortunately there is no entertainment kit box on the floor which can impede your legroom like there is on some models of aircraft. Dreamliner, I'm looking at you. While you're here, and if you're still enjoying the video, please subscribe. You'll join a community of hundreds of thousands of other Trip Report enthusiasts, just like you. Wi-Fi is available on board, but it's not cheap. Access for the whole flight was €29. Pretty steep, but it did work consistently. Lufthansa has a really large selection of entertainment available. I'll share what I watched a bit later, but the food and drink service has just started, and I've got nuts, a gin and tonic, and a glass of Coke. I love watching sunsets on planes, and when you fly east, they actually happen really fast too, as you're flying with the Earth's spin into the darkness. So I'd heard some horror stories about Lufthansa's long-haul economy food, but I've just been served dinner, which was apparently chicken with rice, and I've got to say, it looks absolutely delicious. This was, I think, a Thai-style curry, and a great choice for an economy meal. This was served with crackers and cheese on the side, a portion of orzo rice salad, a choice of warmed bread from the trolley, and dessert was a moist chocolate sponge. A bit stodgy, but still a good 8 out of 10 for an economy meal. I found this show, The Cost of Being a YouTuber, on the in-flight entertainment really entertaining. Basically a bunch of YouTubers moaning about how hard it is to be one. Now, I always find it amusing how YouTuber has come to mean a particular type of content creator. I have no idea who any of these people are. Well, my idea of fun content is flying on a plane with a downstairs toilet, so what would I know about the cost of being a YouTuber? Anyway, for full disclosure, here is what I paid. $433 one way, Chicago to Frankfurt to Birmingham in the UK. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the very rare downstairs toilets. Very few aircraft have these fitted these days, and the Lufthansa A340-600 is one of the only airliners in the world to have this. The Lufthansa Economy Piss Dungeon can only be entered if there's a stall free. You aren't allowed to wait downstairs, as there are no oxygen masks in the hallway, but once it's your turn, oh boy, how cool is this? There are 5 bathrooms down here for economy class. Well, that was a completely new experience for me. This underground lavatory complex is actually right below decks alongside the cargo. I've never gone downstairs on an aircraft to go for a pee, and I've got to say it's a pretty good solution for doing your ablutions at 34,990 feet. I have to say the bathroom cubicles down here are also a decent size. None of them are cramped, as none of them have to compete with the curving of the fuselage. There's a good size baby changing table available, good water pressure, and something that's always amused me, an air vent you can point right at your face when sitting on the loo. Now that's luxury. Also located down here is the crew rest compartment, which is used only on Lufthansa's very longest flights. There's also some sort of console down here, which is also for use only by the crew, it seems. The real advantage of having the toilets underneath the floor is it frees up the rear galley for a lot of space, because this is where the toilets would otherwise be. Lufthansa made good use of the rear galley space by having a small spread on for economy passengers of chocolate and water. And of course, once you pop to the back of the cabin, it's kind of rude not to grab a beer, isn't it? And in case you're wondering, that Boston cream donut was divine and the perfect midnight snack. I found the seats really comfortable and slept for a good 4 hours on this trip. It's morning and I find ourselves over Ireland with about 90 minutes still to run. Breakfast is a pretty Spartan affair of a fruit salad and marble cake, but it does come only 5 hours after dinner, to be fair. We pass over London at 35,000 feet. It's always a bit strange to fly over the UK first to connect in Europe, knowing you'll have to fly back to it later that day. And that is it for another trip. The A340-600 is a fantastic aircraft, a real enthusiast's bucket list item. And I have to say, Lufthansa's economy class wasn't so bad. Yes, I lucked out with the spare seat next to me, but I was comfortable and I think well fed enough for the journey. We've caught up all of our delay, but don't think it's all positive. This is Frankfurt, and welcome to a bus gate in the freezing cold. That's all from me this time. I will see you in the next video, but before you go, don't forget that unique opportunity from Highland Titles. Buy a fantastic gift for someone, Lord or Lady or Laird of the Glen, and help support Scottish conservation. You can get 25% off with discount code TRAVEL25. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.